I want to start out with the title of the book. Of course, I, as a political junkie and Twitter enthusiast, remember the origins of the title, but for the benefit of people who may not, I believe this was January of 2018, a tweet from the president who, among other things he said in this particular thread, throughout my life, two of my greatest assets have been my mental stability and being, like, really smart. And then he went on to describe himself, Carol, as
a very stable genius.
A very stable genius.
You have it exactly right, including the date. It's part of the reason Phil and I chose this title because, you know, we wanted to do a portrait of this presidency. We wanted to understand what's he really like. We feel like we all know because we were covering this presidency, watching history unfold in front of our eyes like this, like ricocheting bullets going past our faces. And we wanted to hold up this title that he gives himself as a mirror and ask all the people that work by his shoulder months and weeks and years, did they agree? And in the more than 200 people that we interviewed, most of them did not consider him stable or a genius.
Phil, fact check false. Is that the conclusion of this book, basically?
Basically, yes, but it's more than that. And you know, you can read this title and sometimes think it's snarky, but
it's his words.
It's his words, and it is such a serious book. It is chock full of reporting and new facts and new scenes that really help explain who this president is, why he's done the things that he's done, what informed the decisions he was making, who he was listening to, who he was not listening to, importantly, and really what the consequences are for the country 3 years in.
So the second part of this, the tagline here, or the subhead, as it were, refers to the testing of America. Testing, Phil, how? How has America been tested?
Testing almost everything, Evan. Our institutions, testing the independence and integrity of the Justice Department, testing the freedom of the press, testing our democracy, our morality as a country, our common heart as a nation, our cultural values and history and heritage. All of these are themes of his presidency. They're also themes of this book. And the driving force for him throughout has not just been to be a disruptive force and to test these things, but to promote himself, to perpetuate his own power, to survive, to get through the news cycle, to live to see another day. And we've seen that again and again through this presidency, and it's going to be magnified, I think, in the 8 or 9 months between now and the election.
Between now and the election. Carol, it all aggregates up to the new normal or the new abnormal, right? But so much of what Phil just described and what is in this book is the way that all of our perceptions of what government's supposed to be, what the president's supposed to be, what the presidency is supposed to be, that's all changed.
Absolutely, Evan. And you know, even Phil and I, pretty hardened, pretty cynical, pretty, familiar with this story, were shocked when we dug deeper and got some people to break their silence and really share with us what was going on. Even we were sort of floored by the new normal inside the room.